You got hurt in a crash and the driver who caused it doesn't have enough insurance. Can you still get compensated, or are you stuck paying out of pocket? We'll cover exactly how uninsured and underinsured motorist claims work in Arizona, the challenges you might face, and the strategies that can help you recover the money you're entitled to. Hi there, Big Chad, your Arizona attorney. I decided to become an attorney after working for the insurance industry 20 years ago and seeing how they bully people like you and me. If you or somebody you know has been injured and wants a free consultation with an attorney you can trust to win your case, give me a call at 602-553-0000. Let's take a closer look at how these claims actually work. How does UM and UIM coverage work if you're hit in Arizona? In Arizona, drivers are only required to carry liability insurance with the minimum limits of $25,000 per person and $50,000 per accident. Those numbers sound okay, but you're looking at an ER bill after surgery, a hospital stay, and months of physical therapy. It doesn't take much for those bills to blow past the minimum coverage. When the at-fault driver's insurance can't cover everything, or they don't have any insurance at all, uninsured motorist and underinsured motorist coverage can step in. UM coverage applies if the driver who hits you has no insurance or can't be identified, like in a hit and run, for example. UIM coverage kicks in when the at-fault driver's insurance isn't enough to cover the total cost of your damages. Here's the key detail. UIM coverage only pays the difference between what you've actually received from the other driver's insurance and what your total damages are, up to your policy limit. For example, if your damages are $150,000, the at-fault driver's policy pays $25,000 and your UIM limit is $100,000, the most you could recover from UIM is $125,000. These claims aren't just about proving the other driver was at fault. They're also contractual, meaning the rules are in your insurance policy, not just in Arizona law. That's why understanding the fine print matters. Every policy is different, and the terms can make or break your case. How does filing an uninsured motorist claim work in Arizona? Filing a UM or UIM claim means you're going through your own insurance company, but that doesn't mean they're automatically on your side. You still need to follow the right steps and build a strong case. First, report the accident to the police and make sure there's a report. That report is proof the crash happened and helps document the details. Next, gather as much evidence as you can. If it's safe, take photos of the scene, your injuries, and the vehicles involved. Get contact information for the witnesses. If the other driver has insurance, get their details. But if they don't, make sure that's documented. Then, notify your insurance company as soon as possible. Tell them you believe the other driver is uninsured or underinsured and provide them with all the documentation you have. After that, the process moves into investigation and negotiation. Your insurance company will review your claim and decide how much, if anything, they're willing to pay. This is where things can get tricky. They might challenge the severity of your injuries, your medical bills, or even whether your coverage applies. Having an attorney at this stage can help you avoid lowball offers and keep the process moving forward. What should you watch out for when filing a UM/UIM claim? Even though you're making the claim with your own insurance, UM and UIM claims are not friendly processes. The company still has a financial incentive to pay you as little as possible. One of the biggest mistakes people make is missing notice deadlines. If you don't tell your insurer about the crash within the time limits on your policy, you could lose your right to file the claim altogether. Another common problem is settling with the at-fault driver without your UM/UIM insurer's written consent. That can completely void your claim. Medical documentation is another area where claims fall apart. If you delay treatment or skip appointments, the insurance company may argue your injuries weren't serious or weren't caused by the crash. These cases also involve contractual deadlines that can be much shorter than the normal statute of limitations for personal injury cases. Something as small as a missing document can give the insurance company an excuse to deny your claim. How can you make sure you get the most out of your UM/UIM claim? To get the best outcome, you have to approach a UM or UIM claim like you're preparing for trial, even if you expect it to end in settlement or arbitration. That means preserving evidence right away: photos, witness statements, vehicle damage reports, everything connected to the crash. It also means securing complete medical records and, when necessary, expert opinions to show exactly how the crash caused your injuries. You'll also want to request a full copy of your insurance policy, including the declarations page and all exclusions, so you know exactly what coverage you have. Calculating damage with precision is another key step. That means accounting for lost wages, reduced earning capacity, ongoing medical care, and future expenses, not just the bills you've already received. Finally, be ready for arbitration. If the insurer refuses to pay what's fair, many UM and UIM claims end up in arbitration, and prepping for a strong case from the start can make a big difference in the result. Getting fair compensation after a crash with an uninsured or underinsured driver isn't easy. You'll have to understand your policy, follow strict procedures, and be ready to fight for what you're owed. One missed deadline, one wrong step, and you could lose on the coverage you've been paying for. So don't try to handle it alone. You need a trusted attorney who knows how to navigate these claims and push back when the insurance company plays hardball. If you or a loved one have been injured in Arizona, don't wait to get the legal help you need. Call us today at 602-553-0000 for a free, no obligation consultation. Your call is completely confidential, and taking that first step could make all the difference in your case. And if you found this video helpful, hit subscribe and be sure to check us out on our next video.